Now, hey YouTube. Today we're going to be reading some of my own Diary of Wimpy Kid fan fiction. So let's start. Rowley and I were making lemonade to cool off after some heavy rounds of Twisted Wizard. Not long after, Dad exclaimed to us that there's a ballistic missile heading toward the town of Plainview in an hour, and we need to evacuate the immediately. Rowley and I were unsure if this was actually real or just a prank. I then received a notification that it really was real on my phone. Dad was right. We got everything we needed and loaded everything into the car as fast as humanly possible. We saw other cars pull out of their driveways the same time we did. "50 minutes left. Rowley decided to tag along with us since his fat ass was too slow to run back home. Anyway, we started hitting the road. We found out that we didn't have enough seats for Rowley, so we taped Manny's legs to the roof of the car. I didn't care, it works. Mom then thought that giving Manny a gun would eliminate traffic, which is a stupid idea, but she still did it. If we put Manny on the roof with a gun, we'll have less traffic to deal with. A few minutes later, we heard a gunshot from the top of the car. Manny shot the gun and killed someone. We didn't know who he killed, but after Roderick heard the gunshot, he started congratulating Manny and told him he's doing a good job. This family, I tell you. Good job, Manny. 38 minutes left. Dad started just to get to some underground bunker in a park miles away so we can settle there during the nuclear fallout. Manny is on a shooting rampage right now, killing pedestrians left and right just to shave off a few seconds. Rowley's been biting his nails ever since the whole ride. Dad said we could haul all of our stuff into the bunker in about 10 minutes. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get the tape off of Manny's legs in time. I hope Dad brought some spare drummings. I didn't even have lunch today. I managed to pack my Xbox, but I forgot Formula 1 racing at home. Rowley's gonna be pissed. Apparently, Fregley randomly appeared out of nowhere and tried to get us to take him with us. But we all knew better than to let the guy who had the cheese touch. So we ran him over after Manny shot him in the brain so we could make sure the cheese touch virus doesn't spread. And to be better safe than sorry, I poured lighter fluid all over his disgusting body and lit it on fire. And I gotta say, it felt pretty good to do it. After that was over, I got back into the minivan and we drove off. We started to get really close to the underground bunker. Dad said we'll have time to spare if we don't get distracted. But then we heard a faint scream and a whack. When we all checked to see what happened, Manny flew off of the car, hit the tunnel wall and died. It was an absolute bloodbath. I wish I had the red ink to show it, but Manny was pouring blood from out of every severed limb. We had no idea where the gun went though, and that was the only weapon we packed. This is not a good sign. 30 minutes left. After the Manny incident, we kept driving. Not long after, another family trying to escape pointed back, trying to signal something. Turns out there's a car that's driving at 120 miles per hour and is crashing into every car and is still running. We parked into an empty parking lot just in time before that car came in and killed us all. I can't say the same for the other family though. If we were as little as a second behind, we'd all be dead. We got insanely lucky. And if we can survive that, we can definitely survive the missile. 22 minutes left. Remember when we gave that Manny a gun? Turns out other people did that too because Dad was assassinated from a bullet to the head. After we heard the gunshot, Mom pulled the emergency brake and we all took cover, to the best of our extent. Shots were still being fired at our car, and luckily nobody else was hurt from the bullets. The windows, not really the same story. As Rowley got cut deep in his arms and legs, I found a disinfectant and some band-aids in a first aid kit that helped him stop crying about it. We had to dump Dad off the side of a road and Mom had to take the wheel. She immediately went ham on the gas pedal. For a while, the ride was perfectly fine until we ran out of gas. There were no open gas stations, so we had two choices. Run to the bunker on foot with all of our supplies, or jack somebody else's car. What option did you think we chose? 18 minutes left. There was a family of three getting into a car that was right next to us when we ran out of gas. These morons placed a shotgun on the roof of their car, and thanks to that, I easily oofed off those scumbags. Turns out they have a lot more supplies than we did in our car. They even packed drummies, which was totally awesome. Surprise! Scream! There was I mean huge problem with our car ride though. People saw what we were doing and not long after, they tried to kill us. Not for our new supply haul, oh no, but for killing those three idiots? Were they their cousins? Well, I never got an answer to that, as Roderick slammed them in the head with a bat, but then they beat the absolute crap out of Roderick. I had to escort him back to the car before they could deal any more damage to him. Roderick could have died. Oh dear God, Roderick has locked us out of the bunker. I can't believe he'd do this to his own family. That demon left us to die. Well, I guess this is it. I'm going to die. The bomb's already gone off. I can feel the heat on my face. I'm not making out of this. Well, I guess there are worse ways to die. At least I got my best friend and Mom right next to me. Manny, Dad, I'll see you too soon.